Hey guys, Traveling Thimble coming at you with a video on upcycling antique quilts. So for the most part, you don't want to cut an antique quilt up. I mean, to me, that kind of breaks my heart. But we do find those quilts that have just been, they have so much damage that there's not a lot to rescue. And unless it has sentimental value to you, I mean, I would not cut up a great sentimental quilt unless it was so damaged and I could spread that out amongst family members or people that would really appreciate the craftsmanship in the quilt. But when you find them at, say, an antique store, a flea market, a garage sale, wherever, and it's a really good price, and you're kind of like, I could really make something out of that, and it has no sentimental value to you, I would cut that quilt up. And so I found a quilt several years ago before I even started sewing at all, at an antique store for $12, and the price was great. And then I was looking at the quilt itself. It's a bouquet pattern, which I loved. I'd never seen before. It's not uncommon. I just hadn't seen it. And I just thought it was so pretty. And so I thought I could really make just one or two projects out of that. Even at that, I would be $6 a project. That would be great. So I'm going to show you this awesome quilt that I got. Okay, so this is the quilt, and this is more what it looked like as a quilt, the pieces together. So I have like 5 or 6 of these big pieces that I was able to salvage. They may still have some bad spots in them, but I think those could be repaired or worked with. And then I have, so this is the bottom of the bouquet. These are the sides of the bouquet where the other side was just trashed. I have some little corners. Now see, that piece is not good, but that piece is great. And I've got enough of these others, I could probably find something to get in there and make it look whole again. And then this is the bottom of, and then there's the top of a bouquet. And so I've got several of these triangles, and then I've got a bunch of these sides. I've just got a couple of these bottoms. I saved the border. And then this is what I really bought it for, was for the big pieces and for these bouquets. Look how pretty that is. And I have a stack of about 30 of these because I've got 2 more somewhere else that I'm going to take apart. I did something with, and I don't like what I did with them. So this is what I'm going to do with one of the bouquets, which I'm just like in love with, and I will come back on and post a picture of the finished product. This is super simple. It's already quilted. It's already ready. I'm just going to do probably a zigzag stitch to really hold it down on my shirt. And so something I want you to think about when you're out looking for things to upcycle, especially quilts, most of the time it's going to be expensive. So you don't want to spend a lot of money on a quilt, but think about how much you can get out of the quilt. And also, if it's a quilt that has a lot of damage, don't look at the damaged areas, look at the good areas. What areas of that quilt can you still use and make use of in another project? So that's what I looked at this quilt as, and I actually ended up with way more than I thought I could get out of this quilt for $12. So look at them in terms of how much can I get from this quilt, not how much is damaged. And then also always consider the price of the quilt and how much you're paying. $12, I'm going to get way more out of this quilt than my $12. So this was a really good buy for me. And if you have any really cool quilts that you plan on upcycling, feel free to post them. I hope you guys are having a great day. I will see you later.